We are approaching the end of the year, and for a lot of people, this is the shopping season. In the past, I would go all out on shopping during this time of the year because I felt like I've worked so hard the entire year, so it's about time I reward myself. Thankfully, I no longer have that kind of mindset when it comes to shopping. So today, I want to do something a bit different. In this video, I want to share with you the things I no longer buy. These are the things I happily miss out on, and I don't feel like I need to practice any self-control to say no to these things. The first ones are books. Now, I love reading, and I'm not exaggerating when I say certain books have changed my life. However, because I read so much, the costs can really build up. So whenever I can, I try to borrow from the library. This way I can enjoy a lot of books without them taking over my space. Besides, I find that I don't read many books more than once, especially the fiction ones. So it doesn't make sense to build a massive collection for no good reason. Now, there are certain books that I like to revisit now and again for inspirations, such as Goodbye Things, Simple Path to Wealth, Rest by Alex Pang, and so on. So for those books, I'll purchase the digital copy just so I can read on my Kindle whenever I want. But typically, I like to check my local library for any new books that I'm interested in reading. All that being said, I think books are absolutely worth investing in. A book might only cost $10, but it can potentially change the trajectory of your life. So if I cannot find a book on the library catalog, I'm more than happy to pay for it. The next one is impulse purchase. I no longer do any impulse shopping. If there's something I'm interested in buying, I'll put it on my wish list and then I'll wait for at least 2 weeks to see if I will change my mind. Now, this is quite a remarkable change for me. I used to walk into Hermes or Burberry just to have a look, but then I'll come out with a scarf or a handbag. Needless to say, I ended up regretting a lot of those unplanned purchases. So now I try to be intentional with everything I buy. It doesn't matter if it's something small or a big purchase. Whatever I'm interested in, I try to allow myself some time to see if I really want or need this item. Number 3, I also don't upgrade my gadgets. I only replace them when they don't work efficiently anymore. Currently, I'm using an iPhone 8 Plus. My camera is nearly 10 years old and my laptop is about 9 years old. And as long as they work fine, I don't see the need to upgrade them just because there's a faster or newer version. For me at least, the improvement that comes with the upgrade is marginal. So I simply cannot justify paying for the latest iPhone just because it's slightly faster or lighter. Same goes with my car. My Mini is about 11 years old and so far is still doing really well. I hope it will keep going strong because I'll be quite happy to drive it for another 10 or 15 years. Next one is special occasion outfit. In the past, I used to buy a new outfit whenever there was a wedding invitation. Sometimes I might even add a handbag or a pair of shoes. For some reason, I was under the impression that I shouldn't repeat an outfit, whereas now I feel perfectly okay wearing the same outfit again and again. I mean, with a wedding especially, I'm not the main character. I'm simply there to celebrate and to support the people I care about. So as long as I'm dressed for the occasion, that's good enough for me. Now, these can vary depending on your lifestyle. But for me, these kind of fancy occasions are few and far between, so repeating an outfit really isn't a big deal. This is why I also really believe in building a curated and timeless wardrobe with pieces that you don't mind wearing time and again. Personally, I've worn the same dress to a few occasions, and I think it's really refreshing to know that you have pieces that will always work for you and that you don't have to rush into buying anything. Number 5 is take-out coffee, such as Starbucks, Costa, and the many equivalent options. I used to buy Starbucks when I was out and about. I don't think I enjoyed the coffee that much. It was more a lifestyle that I decided to adopt just because it felt like everyone else was doing it. I know it sounds silly, but it took me a while to realize that I don't have to get a coffee just because. For example, just because I happen to walk past a Starbucks and I have some spare time to kill, I don't have to go in to order a coffee. Mind you, there's now a Starbucks everywhere we go nowadays. The thing is, a coffee might not seem like a lot of money, but if you get into a habit, it can get quite expensive. Now, if this is something that you really enjoy, then maybe it's okay, but I'm quite glad that I stopped spending on it so mindlessly. Number 6, I don't buy high heels anymore because the pain is simply not worth it. I now wear flat shoes to everywhere, including weddings, parties, job interviews, and you name it. And truthfully, when my feet are not hurting, that's when I can be fully present. Number 7, I don't buy bottled water. In the UK, we're quite lucky to have drinking water from the tap. I also have a water filter, so that's really no reason to buy bottles and bottles of water. Moving on, I don't buy souvenirs when I travel. 2 years ago, I did a lot of decluttering to my wardrobe and my home, and I remember finding a suitcase that I had not used for years. And you know what? Inside the suitcase, it was packed with many souvenirs that I had bought over the years. And when I looked at the many snowballs and knickknacks, I just couldn't help but wonder how much time and energy I had spent on buying them just to have them sit in my garage. So now when I travel, I prefer to just enjoy the destination rather than looking for things to buy. And I must say, traveling this way has been so much more enjoyable. Number 9, I no longer buy luxury leather charms for my handbags. I used to have a small collection of Hermes leather charms. I still think they're really adorable, but they're hardly practical. With the Kelly bag especially, the charm always got in the way when I tried to open and close the bag, and it really put me off using them. Eventually, I decided they were not worth keeping anymore and I sold them all. At the moment, luxury leather charms are not on my radar and I don't think I'll ever be tempted again. Number 10, I don't spend money on nail polish, manicure or pedicure. At first, it was more of a work requirement. However, this year I've been on the break from my day job, but even now I just prefer my nails to be short and clean. I think maybe I'm just a bit lazy as well because once you have nail polish on, you need to maintain them, especially if you do a lot of housework. So I've decided it's not for me. Moving on, I also don't spend on building a collection of makeup products. Personally, I'm not very adventurous when it comes to trying out different makeup products. I'm not sure if you're the same, but for me, it just takes a lot of work just to find the right products. So whenever I come across something that works well for me, I stick to it. For example, finding a foundation in the right shade is not easy, which is why I've been using the same Estee Lauder foundation year after year. Same goes with everything else, such as my blush, eyebrow pencil, eyeliner, and so on. I only have the essentials that I wear every day, and when they run out, I restock. This means I don't spend a lot of money on makeup products, and I don't feel like I'm missing out. For skincare, however, I don't mind splurging a bit if the products are recommended by my dermatologist because I do have a history of acne. Next ones are designer t-shirts. I know some people might disagree with me, but the way I see it, a t-shirt is simply not made of very substantial materials. Therefore, I cannot justify paying over a certain price point for it, regardless of the brand. I now wear very simple and plain t-shirts from Uniqlo and Grana, and they are absolutely comfortable. Number 14, I don't buy cleaning sprays. A while ago, I came across an article that suggested mixing vinegar with water as a cleaning spray. So I tried it and it works really well. I'm really happy with this discovery because a lot of cleaning sprays on the market have some really questionable chemicals in them. Something else I don't tend to buy is home decoration. A lot of paintings and decorations in my home were purchased by the interior designer, and since we moved in, I hardly ever bought anything that's purely decorative. And I like to keep things that way because it makes cleaning and vacuuming so much easier. And those are the things I no longer buy. The list is actually longer, but these are just the more obvious ones. Hopefully this video will give you an idea of how you don't need to splurge on everything, even if you happen to enjoy a few nice things. Personally, being more selective has made a massive impact on my life. The fact that I can save money is wonderful, but I also feel so much more in control when I'm making conscious life choices. And for me, that is empowering. If there's something you've chosen not to spend money on, please share it down below. And that's it from me today. Take care and I will see you soon.